What's up everybody, Tendo here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves, stickers. One of which I have right here, because I just bought this shirt brand new today. Walmart was having a sale. Everything in the clothing section is on sale for like $2 or $3. Look at all these tank tops. But look, the sticker comes off super easy. The sticker is not a worry. Stickers that do not come off very easy are the ones that Goodwill puts on their video games. That's what we're going to talk about today. How to get these little bastards off. So I've got a stack full of video games here, and we're just going to go through taking the stickers off of them. It's going to be that simple, because what's going to happen is the same thing that always happens to me. You're talking to someone that spends probably an hour a day taking stickers off of video games. So on this one, I started with it because I happen to know for a fact that this video game was put on the shelf today when I bought it, okay? Which means that this sticker has not been sitting on here very long. Probably not even 24 hours yet. So I start to peel, and you just go slow. You go super, super slow. Turn around this way so you can see it. And if the sticker's new enough and hasn't really bonded to the plastic, it will slowly but surely come right off. Being steady is key. And it's going to peel right around. And this isn't a problem. This you don't really need a tutorial for. You just need patience. It's my least favorite thing. Did I mention that? Alright. But that's not the end of it. It's going to be a little bit hard to see, but you can probably hear that. So how do you get this sticky off? Well, personally, I suggest Goo Gone. But I will say that I do have a friend that absolutely hates Goo Gone. He won't use it for nothing. And he tells me all the time, he just takes the sticker, and he would rather sit there and take the time to get the residue off this way. And you know what? It works. There is now no longer any residue on the front of this game. But again, we're messing with a game that the sticker was put on it today. So this one is a different beast. If you're going to use the Goo Gone, because that method's not working, the best thing to do is get you a Q-tip, dip it in the Goo Gone, wipe it on all of the residue covered area, and then let this set for 4 or 5 minutes. And then you take a rag after the 4 or 5 minutes is over and wipe it right off. The only other thing you really need to know is that if the residue that you're applying the Goo Gone to is anywhere close to the label, you might just want to take the label out and then clean it that way so none bleeds in. That could be bad. But you're really not done at that point, because there's still going to be a little bit of residue on the game from the Goo Gone. A little oily feel, and here I can still feel it. I personally start with a clean rag every time I do this, every time I take stickers off of games. And having a nice clean dry rag, it will usually absorb it. And I can do all of those steps without adding an extra step of taking a wet rag to wipe it off with. And honestly, all those methods I just described to you, it's annoying that we have to do that. Can we not come up with a better method? Why do we take such beautiful works of art and slap those terrible little stickers on them? I don't know.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Let's go through a couple games. Let me find one that was definitely left for a while. Like this one. This crappy old NFL Madden game that no one wanted. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start a peel. And I'm trying to go slow. And as you can see, it is not going well. See that? It is just not coming off of there. And this is what happens for me with most games. That last game, it didn't happen because the sticker has not been on there very long. Q-tip, swab over the entirety of the sticker. And when you're doing a whole sticker, you might want to go twice on it, because it's got to soak through there and then actually get to the adhesive. And you got to be careful, because this is when this Goo Gone will start leaking everywhere. It'll leak into the cover. You don't want that. So if you want to be extra careful and these are games you really care about, don't get in a hurry. Don't be like me. So we'll let that dry for a minute and we'll come back to it. I'm gonna take a look at the rest of my games and see if there's anything else that's a good example. As you'll be able to see here, once the sticker is nice and saturated with the Goo Gone, peeling it up becomes way, way, way easier than ever before. It will leave some residue that will have to be hit with the Goo Gone again, but there you go. This is a Saver sticker from a completely different thrift store chain. And I like buying games there because these stickers, no matter how long they've been on there, they are always going to peel right off like that first Goodwill one did. Even if it's been on there a long time, it's going to come right off if you just take your time. And this one's not even leaving residue. It's a much, much better quality sticker. So sometimes you're not going to need to worry about it. And here is another one. Here's my least favorite one ever. There's a lot of reasons that GameStop is trash, but probably the worst one ever. Take this cover off this game. Look at this egregious sticker on the artwork. What? Now this is one that if it doesn't bother you, just leave it alone. Because the only way usually to get this off is sometimes you can get lucky and it'll peel. And you've got to just go hyper slow, because if you peel too fast with this at all, it's going to rip the artwork. And I've done it 100 times. It looks like we're getting a lucky one. I've definitely had to Goo Gone a few of these. It's leaving a little residue, but it's not peeling any of the artwork off. All right, it's gonna be hard to see on camera, but there is a little residue on there. So what I'm gonna do is take the Q-tip with the Goo Gone and just lightly put it on there. I'm not gonna let it soak. And it's good. We got really lucky. I could probably show you half a dozen spines on my shelf where that has not went so well. And again, if this isn't a pet peeve for you, don't worry about it. I don't always worry about it. Sometimes I like the game store stickers on there, but I don't like them on the spine. I repeat, I do not like them on the spine. I don't know why anyone would ever put a sticker on the spine. It blocks all the stuff you need to see. Here is another one that just burns my biscuits. This Mass Effect game has a cardboard sleeve over it. So we'll put the game aside. And Goodwill has slapped this paper sticker on this cardboard sleeve. Now, this particular sticker, like the first sticker that I spoke about, for sure went on here today because I picked this game up as the Goodwill employees were wheeling them out to the game shelf. So I'm pretty confident this one's gonna just peel real easy. You guys are seeing the good version of this because sometimes I sit here and do this and just have absolute nightmares. And it's peeling good. It is leaving residue though, which you don't like. And the reason this is so mind-numbing is because putting Goo Gone onto the cardboard and letting it soak in is a big no-no. It'll kind of discolor it. It might make the inks bleed. There's a lot of variables, what kind of ink is used, what kind of paper it is, if there's a coating on it. There's a lot of stuff that you got to worry about, but this is going okay. Oh, please don't rip, please don't rip. I've got a Transformers game that I love, and it's got a cardboard sleeve on it. And doing exactly what I'm doing now, I ripped the side right where it has the name and the PlayStation logo and stuff. I ripped it right up. So that came off easy, and actually, I'm gonna go with the other method that I said my buddy uses. I really don't like putting Goo Gone on the paper, on the cardboard paper surface. So it just takes a little more time, but just suck that sticky stuff up with the sticker. So far, so good. Not sticky. But this one is as good as new. It just takes a little more time. And again, if you got that out of a hot Goodwill that it's been sitting there for a month and a half, things get infinitely worse. You see this game here? It has no sticker on it because the thrift store that I bought it from, it was a mom and pop thrift store. They just had $2 on all their DVDs, and this is considered a DVD to them. So thank you guys for not slapping stickers on these. So all of this pretty much applies the same to consoles as well, except you have an added worry of damaging electronics with moisture. So be extra careful with your solvents that you put on there to weaken the stickers. But I have faith this one's gonna go all right, because that hard plastic is not quite as adherent as those game cases. Oh, we're good. There's not even much residue there. That's good. Very good. Let's try the controllers and see if it goes equally well. Yep, we're good. Way more residue on the surface. Oh no. That's funny. Half of the sticker did well, and the other half is looking a little... Nope, just the middle. Just the middle went wrong, and the end. We're failing. This is not good. Now look at all that left over. Lots of residue. Little bits of paper still on there. So what I'm going to do, being very careful, put some Goo Gone on there. Probably hang it this way so if it flows in it doesn't flow down to the buttons. And then a few minutes later, and we're wiping it off. And a little pressure is fine. And that's pretty much perfect now, except for the fact that there's a little bit of a film on there from the Goo Gone. But that's when you want to take a slightly soapy rag and just wipe it off. All right, so this game, I bet it's the best game ever. Monster High Skulltimate Roller Maze. Great game. This one's a double whammy. Saber sticker in the bottom, and then you see this residue up here. I'm pretty sure that was a GameStop sticker. I can tell because those GameStop stickers are really thick. We're gonna get rid of both. As I've already explained, Saber stickers are the best. The sticker is gonna peel right off. It's not gonna give us any problems. No problems except for the leftover residue. I'll teach you another little method I like to use. I'm not suggesting you do this, but I just get a little bit of the good stuff on my finger, and then I rub it in. I kind of get tired of the Q-tips. And this was just a tiny bit of residue, so letting it set may not be as necessary. You'll kind of get used to what it takes to get this right as you do more and more of them, but that's good. That one's perfect. Now, this one, not so much, and I bet I know how this one's gonna go. I'm gonna put the Goo Gone on the sticker, probably poisoning my bloodstream. Don't be like me. And then we're gonna let that set for a minute. All right, we've let that set for a few minutes, and now you see that residue? Here's the worst part, and this is, again, screw GameStop. Despite having let that set on there forever, I'm still basically gonna have to scrape all this off. I don't know what they used to glue these stickers down. I don't know what demon or devil that they made a deal with, but those stickers don't come off. It's a very specific sticker too. It is a GameStop sticker, and it's not always the same one, but I can usually tell by touching it whether or not it's going to be one that's going to give me trouble. So once you learn those stickers in your collecting journey, sometimes it might just be more worth it to leave it on there. Or another trick I like to use is I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of extra cases. I'll show you.
Yes.
These are all extra cases, and so for that one, what I'll do is I'll take all the stuff out of this case, I'll swap them over, and just say screw that sticker. Sometimes the best way to deal with a sticker is to act like the sticker doesn't exist and throw it in the trash can. Probably broke that one. Okay, so I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you hate these stickers as much as I do. I want to know if this helped anybody. I want to know if you know any way better to do this, because I'm so tired of doing it. I go game shopping every other day, and every other day I take the stickers off the games, I file the games in my spreadsheet, and then I put them on the shelf. If you guys want to keep up with my collection, there is a link below to that spreadsheet, so you can kind of watch my collection grow with me. It's up to you. That might be cool to some of you, might not be so cool to others. But that's it, guys. I want you to hit that like and subscribe button, so that next time I post one of these videos, you will get a notification and you can come back and hang out with me then. But until then, guys, peace out.
Hey, I'm a shark with a top hat, and I think you should subscribe. Go ahead, hit the button. I'll wait. Okay, bye.